Hello, my name is Joel Pearson. I am the pastor of Gospel Rose, and I want to kind of talk to you about the upcoming soap on Sunday, February 4th at 10 o'clock a.m. So we're going to be soaping Genesis 2, and I actually want to prime Genesis 2. I want to set the stage for it. So all of Genesis actually is written by Moses, and Genesis is written around 1445 to 1410 BC. What's so important about this time? So 1445 is the time that that scholars say that's when the Israelites actually left Egypt, where God delivered them from Egypt. And they left this land, left this culture, left this infrastructure as an entire nation. So when they entered into Egypt, about 400 years before that, when it was really Jacob's family, like there were 70 of them. They came in through Joseph to escape the famine. And they grew in 400 years from 70 to, some estimate 600,000 people. Some people say it's 30,000 that left, or 1.2 million. So just to kind of, split the difference, say 600,000 people. 600,000 people left Egypt, left the only place that they knew. And I'm sure they're pretty familiar with the customs and the culture there. And when they left, they were out in the wilderness. And God used this opportunity to really establish who he is to his people. I am the Lord your God. I created heaven and earth. I created you. And so when you read Genesis from creation all the way through Abraham, and you read about creation and the fall of man and all of that, this is God talking to his people, explaining to them who he is and who they are, and how they got there. So when you're reading Genesis 2, really read it in the context of God is explaining to his people who he is. Now, the amazing part about this is that Jesus has made it possible for you and I. We're not Jewish. I'm not Jewish anyway. Those who are Gentiles or people who are not Jewish, Jesus has made it possible so that this is being written to us as well. And so what I kind of invite you to do is, when you're reading through Genesis 2, to really read it in the perspective of an Israelite who had just been in this big culture, and all of its influences and everything you would have experienced and grown accustomed to there. And then God taking them out to the wilderness and really establishing to them who he is and who they are, and that God wants a people set apart for himself. So keep that in mind when you're reading Genesis 2. God bless you.